I never thought I'd be homeschooling my kids, like not in a million years. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a go-getter. I'm a get up and doer. But here I am, an entrepreneur and a homeschool mom. And if you're an entrepreneur mom who loves what she does, who has a calling she's not willing to walk away from, and you're also wondering if this whole homeschool thing is right for you, stay with me because I am right there doing it with you. I do not have it all figured out. My days are messy. My schedule doesn't feel perfect yet, but I'm here. I'm growing, and I think if I can do it, so can you. So let me share what's working for me. A couple weeks ago, I moved in with my mom. So I don't have all my creature comforts, my routines, and my rituals look different right now, and I'm still trying to run my business and homeschool my boys at the same time. One's in kinder, one's in preschool. And honestly, there are still moments I consider putting them back in school. I think because I just hit these burnout moments where I'm drowning in the chaos and the unknown of it all, that I start to doubt myself. I listen more to the people who don't believe in homeschooling than the people who do, and then I freeze. But it always happens like this. Just then, someone close to me or a mom more experienced gives me a tip or some encouragement, and it gives me my second, my third, my fourth wind. Can you relate to that? You're already tired, you're already stretched thin, and then somebody challenges the very thing that you're not even fully certain about yet, and it just deflates you. It creates another energy leak when you're already running on empty. But when I go back and I look at my notes or I journal about my why, right, the vision I have for my boys, the reason I started doing any of this, I remember. And I tap into the love I have for them, and my clarity comes rushing back. Here's the major mindset shift that changed everything for me. Homeschool does not have to look like school at home. That's why I pulled them out of school. And it definitely does not have to look like anyone else's homeschool. I know it's hard to not compare yourself to the creator mom out there on Pinterest or YouTube with the perfect morning lesson plan, because yours is yours to make. So take the example from them and then make it your own. I mean, that's what I'm doing. And I also noticed something really interesting. I noticed, watching other homeschool moms online, a lot of them push so hard in the beginning, trying to do every lesson, check every box, keep up with every curriculum page, that they spend hours on curriculum every day, like forcing it onto their kid. And then they relax, right? Burnout or their kids force them to ease up. But they also find out that by slowing down, they're still getting so much done, even when they don't even finish a lesson that day. The learning's still happening. The connection is still made. The kids still love learning. I heard another mom say this, and now it's my new homeschool mantra. I should write it on the wall. Prioritize the relationship over the to-do list. I think it was Simply Charlotte Mason was the account I was watching at the time. If you're doing that and your kids feel loved and heard and involved because they're learning with you and it's not something dumped on them because of your own insecurities, then you're doing it right. So how do you homeschool when you are running a business and your time is limited? Here's the practical part of homeschooling when you have no time to homeschool. It's actually the same advice I give all my mompreneur clients trying to make time for their passion and their purpose inside their busy mom lives. Even if they're not homeschooling, it still applies. Find your rhythm. Your rhythm is going to be unique to you and your family. So what do you want mornings to look like? Meal times, evenings, bedtime. This is where I like to go and get other ideas from other homeschool moms, like how they're structuring their day. And then I build something of my own. So I start paying attention to when my kids are most engaged. What time of day do they focus the best? What format makes them light up? Is it hands-on projects, videos, Zoom, read alouds together? Does one kid like grades and the other one doesn't? Does one kid like structure and routine? Does one kid not like that? And is there a way to build a rhythm around that too? Yes, there is. I personally want to grow alongside my kids. I want to watch what subjects light them up and make them come alive. I want to follow their curiosity and not just push a lesson plan. I don't personally want to learn and teach all the subjects, so I do plan to delegate at some point. And knowing that that is an option with enrichment centers and homeschool pods and things like that is a relief. But for now, our rhythm is light and loose, and I lean a lot into going with their flow and doing it outdoors. And not everyone can do that because of the demands on their time, and that's okay. School is still a great option for a lot of families. I don't want to put down the school system. I found it not appropriate for us right now. That could change, right? I'm treating it like every semester I'm kind of taking a look at things. That's how I'm going to go about this. And I even know of some homeschool families who work full time and homeschool on the weekends with the grandparents stepping in during the week because there's just really no right way, right? It's just your way. And I think this is where being an entrepreneur actually gives you an edge. And it's you already know how to build systems. You already know how to protect your time and be intentional about where you put your attention. Use those same skills here. When you have systems in place and your business systems are up and running smoothly, you do free up mental space to pour your time and attention into your kids' education. And that's really freeing, right? If you don't have the systems, it can be maybe too much. Your bandwidth doesn't really free up. But the good news is the two don't have to compete. They can actually support each other. You being a homeschool mom and you working from home on your business. The second major shift to make after finding your rhythm is to feel the fear and do it anyway. Give up the fear that you're going to screw up your kids by being their teacher. You're not even their teacher. You're just their learning coach. And if it helps, just ditch the labels entirely. And also ditch the pressure to turn your home into a classroom. Lean into home as a classroom, and everything can become a lesson for life. And the truth is, this does take courage, especially when you're going against what everyone around you expects for you and your kids. Like when your family thinks you're making a mistake, when your friends just don't get it, they're just like, whoa, you're in over your head. And when society has a very loud opinion about what school should look like, and if your kids are measuring up. There's a huge difference between going against that grain and going with your own flow. Going against the grain is reactive. It's exhausting, and it's just you constantly defending yourself. But going with your own flow is intentional, and you find peace with it, and you're able to tell people how it is, right? It's rooted in something deeper than other people's opinions. It's rooted in trust for yourself and love for your kids, because that's your superpower. And I'd say for my final words of wisdom, if you have found something you love doing, if your work is worth doing, and nothing is going to pull you away from that calling, then you can make homeschooling work. You don't have to choose. The roles can go hand in hand when you get intentional and you make a way. I just want to hear from you. Are you considering homeschool? Where are you at in your homeschool journey right now? Are you starting out? Are you burnt out? Are you somewhere in between? I know I've run through them all. Let me know in the comments. I really want to know. I just hope this video helped to give you a new perspective wherever you are in your journey. If it did help, please share it with another mom who's trying to figure this out. And if you want more one-on-one guidance from me to do this labor of love your way, check out my mastermind for entrepreneur moms. Till the next one. Peace.